All right, it is Friday, August 13th, and we are right back here where I started. I did the 21-day ultimate reset. It was amazing. I can't even find a better word. It was enlightening. It was certainly cleansing. As soon as I start recording, of course, I get a call. It was just everything and more than I expected. The food was amazing. It was all clean eating. And when I tell you the recipes, 30 minutes or less for every recipe except doing the sweet potatoes. And all I was doing with the sweet potatoes was washing them and putting a little oil in the pan and sticking them in the oven for 45 minutes. That was the longest thing that I had to cook. It was amazing. I am so sorry, so sad that I didn't do this before, but I'm so glad that I did it this time. So I got on the scale already and I lost roughly 5 pounds. Remember I said I do not lose weight easily. I do not lose weight inches easily. This is no different, but I feel so good. Oh my goodness, I feel so good. So I had inflammation and things going on in my body that I could feel. And I'm gonna share something I probably shouldn't, but I take water pills. I take water pills for blood pressure. And I ran out a few days ago. I tried to order them online because I try to stay at home. I don't go out. I tried to order them online and there's no water pills in the system at all for me. So, I mean, I could have called my doctor and I could have requested her to put them back in the system and all that stuff, but I didn't. I said, you know what? I'm just going to see. This is me taking my own health in my hands. Not recommending this at all. This is what I do. But I decided I'm going to drink a gallon plus of water and see if I can keep the inflammation off. Because I'm detoxed. My system is clean. What is there to be inflamed? And so far, so good. I'm checking the blood sugar. Oh my gosh, the blood sugar. But the blood pressure, I'm checking it to make sure it stays in check as well. Because Lord knows I don't want to create any other problems. But the blood sugar was absolutely well controlled with half of the medication. As of yesterday, I cut the half in half because I was dropping too low, and that's a horrible feeling. So I cut it in half again. So now instead I was taking 10 units of insulin twice a day, morning and night. I am now taking 5 units of insulin at night only, and blood sugar is on point. This morning it was 89. That's unheard of for me. That's unheard of. So I'm loving this. The 21 days came and went, and I continued eating the same way, except I added just a little bit more calories to the plan because the plan was calorie deficient, and it was for a reason, and it was for a time, it was for a season. So that season is over, and so I'm adding more calories back in, but I'm adding them the good stuff. Instead of a fourth of an avocado, I'm doing a half of an avocado. Instead of my homemade, 100% homemade dressing, I added just a salad dressing. I added just a little bit of the regular salad dressing and mixed it up with the great stuff and added water to make it go further. So I need those calories because I'm doing 2 days with workouts. I missed my working out. No lie, I missed my working out. I worked out one day, like real workout, and I felt it. I didn't need to be doing it. So I walked the rest of the time. Never did get around to yoga, true confession. I just never did. But anyway, I digress. Let's jump into these measurements. I have not measured, again, down about 5 pounds. And let me see, I started off at 200.2. Today, I was 194.8. So, what is that? 5.4, something like that, if my math is correct. I'm just slow. Even as a young person, I lost weight really slowly. Thank God I need to lose a lot, but it took me a while to lose the few pounds that I was trying to lose. So let's see what we got going on today. This is going to be my new day one because I'm doing something different, but I'm on a road to 150. And I took it down. This thing had me thinking, oh, you could do 145 and then you have 5 pounds to play with. So, but on the road to 50-pound weight loss. So I'm gonna move the camera and get to measuring. And my eyes don't see any difference. So, I'm trying. I'm gonna take pictures as well. I'm trying to see a difference. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and I have got on a neck gaiter on my head. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is me first thing in the morning because I didn't want to get up and get stirred up and start drinking my gallon of water and then come and measure. So basically, I've done pretty much nothing except set up this recording and do this recording. Okay, here we go. First measurement. And move it down a little bit. Get it going. And what I see. Loose, come on. Get to the thick part. Loose measurement. And I have on the same clothes. Loose 40. Okay. All right. Now the dreaded waist. The dreaded waist. Okay. Like my granny taught me. And I do that little lean thing to make sure. Loose measurement, 35. You see that? 35. Okay. And we're going to do the stomach. Just roll these pants down just a tad bit. I'm not trying to get all the way naked. Okay. That's the fat part right there. And back here. That number is 38. 38. And lastly, I'm gonna close up and let's do these hips. Let's get the, ain't no fat part, but let's get the widest part. The widest part. Now, how am I going to gain a booty if I don't get back to my workouts? I'm back at my workouts. Because I don't naturally have a butt at all. And loosely 43 and a half. 43, oh, you can't see that. 43 and a half, loosely. Okay. Well, I lost some inches. So July 21st, my measurements. My bust was 41. My waist was 36. My stomach was 40 and my hips was 44. So today, August 13th, 2021. My bust is 40, so that means it's down 1. My waist is 35, which means it's down 1. My stomach is 38, which means it's down 2. And my hips 43.5, which means it's down 1/2. So my total, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches. Down 4.5 inches and right at just over 5 pounds. I think for a 60-year-old, that's great. I think for a person who probably have always had a slow metabolism, even as a young person, I think that's great. I think that the things that I learned doing this reset is something that's going to carry me throughout my life. It's taught me that the good food that I have always considered, don't want it. How can people eat that? It's actually good. It's good for me. And it was so good to me. The recipes in this Ultimate Reset are amazing. I had things like beets. I've seen bok choy in the stores a million times. What is it? What do I do with it? Nothing. Well, I used it in a recipe and it was delicious. I ate asparagus like a rich person. Like growing up, asparagus, my grandmother, let me get this. My grandmother was kind of bougie, and so she loved asparagus, but we couldn't afford asparagus often. Well, I had asparagus quite a bit on this reset, and I had them all different kinds of ways, and all the ways were great. They were great. Collard greens. I had something called coconut collard greens. Oh my gosh, I don't like collard greens, but I love coconut collard greens. So these are recipes that are incorporated in my diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean diet. I mean in my, that's a part of what I'll be eating from now on. Because I don't believe in going on diets. Diets have an end point, and the weight that I lose on a diet, because it's so restrictive, I gain it all back and then some. So I don't believe in diets, just for the record. All right, let me go get groomed, take this neck gaiter off my head, comb my hair, and 21 days into the rest of my life. This is my new day 1, and I will be back with more measurements, more weights. Remember, you are my accountability partner, and I have to be accountable. So I will be back with more things, more good things. I'm going to share some of the recipes that I'm doing. So I'm going to share some of the other things that I'm doing. I'm going to share some of those exercises that I'm doing, because I'm about to go in hard. What you see before you now is a 60-year-old grandma. Give me next year this time, and you're going to be like, is that the same person? It's going to be the same person. I'm just going to look like a 45-year-old grandma. Thank you for your support. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, share the video if you think it might help someone else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I shall be back.